stuffed jacket potatoes. So if you haven't already seen my video of how to steam air fry the jackets, then you need to go and check that one out, because that will show you how to do the first step. However, today I'm just going to show you how to make an absolutely gorgeous filling for your jacket potatoes, and then they become double baked. They're cheesy, they've got crispy bacon in them and some extras. I'm sure you're going to love them. If you do, hit the like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well if you want more Ninja Foodi recipes from me. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I really do hope you like the recipe. Let's go and start cooking. So the result is a beautiful crispy skin. Let's cut this one open. And that is lovely and fluffy inside. Let's just have a little look at the texture. Yes, look at that. It's just falling apart and it's all beautifully fluffy. This works so well. Steam air fry your jackets for a crisp exterior, and it tastes really nice as well because you've got that salt and that oil on the outside. So fluffy in the middle. So I've steam air fried my jacket potatoes, and now we're going to actually make a stuffing for them. And I absolutely adore stuffed baked potatoes. They are just so good. So I've got the Ninja on to sear and saute now. If you don't know how to steam air fry your jacket potatoes, then watch my other video. It's really simple. Just follow my steps and you will get a really crispy skin and a very fluffy center. So now we want to create our center in our jacket potatoes. We're going to be using some bacon and some onion to start with. So some spray oil in the bottom of your Ninja pot, and we want to soften this onion so that it goes nice and tender. So you want it and not on too high a heat. I'd rather cook this for a bit longer and do it a little bit slower. So I'm going to turn the sear and saute down so that we don't get loads of colour on there too quickly. And just keep moving that around in there. Obviously make sure you've got enough oil. That's going to cook down really nicely and become translucent. So whilst that onion is softening down, I'm just going to remove the probe. Okay, so I did cook 4 jacket potatoes, but one has gone missing already. My son fancied one for lunch, so he has taken one. It's fine. Now we're just going to cut these in half. Now it doesn't matter what size jacket potatoes. You can see that mine are different sizes. When you steam bake them, you put the probe in the largest one, so then the smaller ones are always going to be cooked as well. Obviously these stuffed jackets do really lend themselves to this kind of smaller size like this, and then you get the stuffing. But if you've got bigger ones, then still use them like I have. It really doesn't matter. And all I do now is in my bowl, just scoop out that really fluffy, soft potato flesh that we've got in the middle there. And then you're just left with your skin so that you're able to stuff that. There you go. Take that out. Obviously, you probably want to leave these to cool for a little bit because they'd be too hot to handle straight away. These are still lovely and warm. My skins have got loads of flavour because when I cooked them, I put olive oil on the outside and some salt. Just keeping an eye on that onion because it does soon start to colour. A little bit more oil needed in there. So now that onion is getting some colour, I'm going to go in with my bacon. So I've chopped that up into smallish little chunks. And again, that fat's going to come out of that onion. Sorry, the fat's going to come out of the bacon, not the onion. And that's going to render down. And obviously that's going to then help keep that onion moist so that it's not going to colour or over colour. Also, we do want a little bit of a golden tinge to it. I'm on level 3 sear and saute, by the way. Okay, so back to the jackets. I've just got one more to scrape out. There you go. And then you can get your fork in and just break that up a little bit. Now I'm going to add some butter to my potato, quite a generous knob there. Now you can use cream cheese or you can put some cream into here. It's entirely up to you. This is a Philadelphia light that I'm going to use. So let's get around a tablespoon in there of the cream cheese. So that bacon is cooking away nicely next to me. Starting to get a bit of colour on there, so that's brilliant. Meanwhile, while the potato is still nice and warm, that butter is going to melt into there, and equally so is that cream cheese. And we are making the most delicious filling for our nice loaded spuds. I like to add seasoning to my potatoes, so some salt and some black pepper. I haven't got any fresh parsley, but I've got some dried parsley and I quite like a little fleck of that. It's probably only like quarter, eighth of a teaspoon. It's not a lot. Just mix that together. So I'm not trying to make it super smooth like a mash, but it is so soft that it really is just mixing together so easily. The bacon is almost there. I'm just letting that crispen up a little bit more. Now you want to use a cheese that's going to melt really nicely in these baked potatoes. And it doesn't really matter what you choose. I've got some gruyere and I've got 200 grams here. Don't think I'm going to need quite the 200 grams. But if you are cooking sort of 4 large potatoes, you may want to go the full hog and use all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grate some of this, and I'd probably say whatever quantity you decide to go with, around 3/4 now into the actual potatoes. And then of course we can top them with the rest. So although this sounds like it's a lot of cheese, actually, it kind of, once it's grated down, it's surprising really. Okay, I think I'm happy with that amount in mine. I'll grate a little bit more to go on the top. So again, give that a little mix in. Obviously this isn't as hot now, but it's still warm, so that will soon melt into there. Let's have a look at our bacon. Brilliant. We are good to go with the bacon. So let's remove that. And let's get that bacon and onion into our mash. And that's lovely and crispy. Those onions are golden. So level 3 was about right for me on my Ninja. I find that level 3 is enough for this type of thing. But if I go level 2, quite often it kind of feels like not a lot's happening. So it's kind of one extreme to another often, I find, with the Ninja on Sear and Saute. Right, nice little mix again here. Now we can put the pot back into the Ninja, and I'm going to be using the rack. It's just nice and easy. So once this is all mixed in, and we've got everything combined nicely, so we've got a little bit of everything in each spoonful is how we want it. We can now grab one of our potatoes and just push in that lovely filling. So these are kind of like double baked potatoes, and I absolutely love them like this. Whenever we have family over, you know, whether I'm doing some sort of barbecue or like buffet food, everyone always says, can we have your stuffed jackets? My mum absolutely loves these. There's loads of different ways of doing them. You don't have to use the ingredients that I've used today. You put in whatever you enjoy. It really doesn't matter. And now all I'm going to do is top those with some of that extra grated cheese. And then I'm going to sit them on the rack in the Ninja. And then we can put them on to bake. I mean, really, everything's cooked. You're just reheating them and just making the top crispy. So actually, you could put these onto air fry if you prefer. I just don't think it really matters. All you're doing is like I said, is melting the cheese and making sure that they're nice and hot again and ready to serve. Okay, so last little one going in here, and they are ready to be heated through. With the gruyere cheese, I probably used around 150 grams. So if you had 4 large ones, I'd say 200 is about right, unless obviously you want it less cheesy. Okay, so yeah, let's go on to bake. 190 seems good. I don't think they're going to need very long, probably 10 minutes should do the trick. Okay, so they've had almost 8 minutes. Thought I'd give them a little check. They look pretty good for me. I'm going to get those out. So let's grab the rack and just get those out of there. That cheese has melted. The jacket has gone really crispy again. And we've got a little bit of colour on there. So those are just right for me. Let's cut inside this large one here to show you what it's like. Look at that. It is oozing in there. It's oozing inside. Look at that. You can see the little flecks of bacon and onion in there. These are really easy to make using your Ninja Foodi. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new here too.